Q&A.
We're on time.
So what's keeping me from just getting on Craigslist versus going through you and advertising my property?
Because you'll get calls from 8 a.m. to midnight. Some people are serious, and some people who are just calling you because they're in the car with their family, and then it becomes a headache. Your phone constantly ringing. After 10 years, I pretty much know how to screen phone calls to tell you who's serious and who's just calling just to be calling because they just rolled and saw your website and so forth. I have people still calling. I have to be on Craigslist. You have to be careful though, because I still have people calling on properties that they're no longer available. Also, people stealing photographs on Craigslist too, where they'll steal your photograph, make a new ad, and doing all those things. Have people calling them trying to steal your house or take money from people. So just knowing some of the little, I guess those type of things, what can happen, we're prepared. We've handled those before.
Okay.
How many people work with you?
I have myself, and I have two young ladies who actually contract their service out. And I say that because in some areas I might go and present the company. They might have a good feeling with me. So I know to send a young lady who has more of appeal. It's marketing, it's advertisement, it's business. So I send a young lady in, and she'll do Catherine do the negotiation. She'll talk to the client, and I get that feel on the phone as I'm talking to them. And then I feel as though she'll do a better job than me, then she'll go in. And then I have Tracy. She will actually help me on sometimes showing the property or doing a contractor agreement sometimes, because I'm an IT manager by profession as well. So sometimes I can't be in all places at one time.
Are they licensed?
Yeah, Catherine and Tracy are.
What type of license?
They just have a license to sell. They're not brokers.
Real estate license?
Correct.
Okay. Are you licensed?
Yes.
Okay.
Any more questions?
I mean, so I guess what I'm thinking about is, so I had a rental property. I had a really, really bad experience with the property manager.
Yeah.
And it was in Fulton County. So, like, as we were talking to them, I'm just, like, reliving the whole situation. What do you do to, like, find out the satisfaction level of your customers? Like, how do you stay engaged, right?
Right.
Yeah, with owners.
Yeah, the key, what you just said, communication. When my clients, I report the bad, the good, the ugly. Because if you don't know as an owner, then you don't like surprises. I don't like surprises. So every beginning of the year, I have what they call State of JLB. And I send out an email to all my clients and set up appointments to talk to them on the phone an hour. And most times it's at night. A lot of times it's done at nighttime when I'm talking to my clients. Of course, I have to do a time zone. I have a customer in Austria right now. I mean, so the time zone is different in Japan. So it's constant communication. Every quarter, I try to at least touch bases with you, anything, new developments, or just send an email. All is well. You're seeing that money in your bank account. Any concerns or questions, or I might have to ask you, your homeowner's warranty, are you going to renew it? Pest control, are you going to renew it? Let me know on that behalf. So I do have to communicate with my customers all the time.
Okay. And, like, are there certain types of properties that you manage and others that you're like, you know what, I just find that it's not my target, it's not my area?
Good question. Actually, when I first started, of course, I was just like any property. Right now, I would say, just not to pick on the area, University Avenue, that stretch up in there, I had a couple of properties when I first started. But it's just a heavy turnover. You won't get the proper tenants. You get the area and so forth. So some areas I won't deal with, and that's one area I won't do business with anymore. Some parts of Decatur,
Okay.
some parts of Cherokee County. In Cherokee County, Woodstock and beyond, I have to send in, Catherine or Tracy.
Is there a price point or something like that, or is it not necessarily?
No, it's it's going to be a lot of time management for that property, and then just the tenant, the type of tenant I might be getting. If you do Section 8 versus just non-Section 8, it's easier for me to do Section 8 in those type of areas, because now I'm coming through the Atlanta Housing Authority or the Marietta Housing Authority, and the tenants are screened a little bit better than just somebody walking off the street.
Someone who's looking to buy a home and rent it out, do we need to consult with you to say this is a good area to do that with?
Yeah, actually, 10 years, I've seen a lot of areas and recommend certain areas. If you looking to buy a home and rent it, Alpharetta is a good location. I can turn it over in a week. Downtown Atlanta has a couple of condos and townhouses over there by Turner Field, Greenleaf Commons. You know, easy area. So a lot of people like the bus line, so they won't have to drive. Cobb County, I live in Cobb County. Cobb County is East Cobb, easy. West Cobb, you know, Powder Springs, those type of areas. It depends on your price point, how much you want to spend on a rental property.
So my last question for you is, quick Google search and you type in property managers and like a host of them will pop up, right? So what would you say to everybody here is like, what's your unique value? Like, why do we say, you know, you got to go with Daniel because he...
Yeah, personal and specialized for you. And actually you have communication with me, not a call center, or you'll be calling, leaving voicemails all the time. So you'll get to know who I am, my style, and I'll learn you, and actually honest feedback. If you give your client honesty, because a lot of them think their house is perfect, you know, and it's like no wrong. That's no, you know, that pink room, you know, come on, let's paint it to a neutral color, and so forth. So I guess the feedback you get, you know, the honesty and the constant communication.
With your with you and your two staff and you still working full time at IT, how is that flow, especially when you get up in numbers like you were in the 70s? How did that work for you? If I was to call.
Yeah, actually, amazingly, by the grace of God, just to be honest with you, because actually when I was up where I were up to 70, I still was handling business accordingly, and luckily my job title allowed me to leave if I have to leave or take calls and so forth, or we'll kind of work out a schedule where, Catherine, you on call this week, you know, because I might have to go out of town and so forth, or Tracy, you on call the following week, or there might be certain responsibilities. During the beginning of the month, pretty much I'm busy doing rental payments and trying to get you your money and try to make sure I collect all the rent. So the first week of the month, they'll be more in tune with what's going on than I am, because I'm trying to make sure the rental payments come out to my clients.
So just a question, what's stopping you from doing this full time?
Don't know, because I think I thought about it before, and at one time I could have just walked out and just did this on full time, but I was able to handle this, work full time, and go get my MBA at the same time. So I was up doing 3 or 4 things and never lost a step. I guess my fear is if I just do this, I have so much other time, maybe downtime in the middle of the month, that I'm looking for something else to do, which I am, because we talked about, Kurt, I'm looking into purchasing a barbershop. You know, I'm looking at other business adventures. So yeah, this is my baby. I'm not gonna forget it, but also I'm always busy. It just I have to stay busy. And so I didn't, you know, IT was help fund some of the things I'm doing with the company, and also I looked at like a mobile home park for myself, pre-divorce, glad I didn't pull that trigger. Now I'm looking into other investments.
So you know good, based off your areas that you are renting properties out, you know good commercial areas where someone wants to start another business at? Or
Commercial, I don't do commercial. I only do residential.
based off your...
Right, based on the residential, I give you an idea of what some of the commercial areas and what they offer, like her facility and so forth. I can use that as a marketing tool. You know, a family fitness center, you know, 3 or 4 miles away off, you know, of Panola Road or West City Chapel. So I can use her business as a tool and name it in my marketing strategy now.
Any other questions for Daniel? All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.